Hello, Blizzard fans! This is FalconPaladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between Iscander and Railgan on Orbital Shipyard. This is a ZVZ match, which I don't think I've cast for a very long time. So those of you who are not fan of mirror matches, I apologize, but I feel like there are other fans that are a fan of mirror matches. So this is their day. In the top right of Orbital Shipyard, we have the red Zerg player. It is Railgan. And in the bottom leftish of Orbital Shipyard, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Iscander. I think that's like Norwegian or Scandinavian somehow. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what that is. Oh, the other thing. If you have any access to professional level Legacy of the Void casts, or replays rather, send them my way. I had a couple people I was able to contact pretty consistently and get replays from them for Legacy of the Void, and it was great. But then they kind of stopped responding, and I don't want to bug them too much, and so I just kind of gave up. So, if you're part of a group that gets replay packs from professional players, I don't care who they are. If it's a name that's recognized, send them my way. Send them to FalconPaladin@gmail.com, and I will love you forever. I'll send you a sticker, or like a nickel, or something. I don't know. I'll find a way to show you that I love you forever, because I do. Anyway, again, professional level replays, FalconPaladin@gmail.com, and you will be my hero. Alright, so ZVZ here in Legacy of the Void. I think this is on the newest patch, so when these queens pop, which should be in some time, we'll see if they automatically inject or not, because that's going to tell us what the difference is. The macro was removed. Well, no. Some of the macro abilities were removed from Legacy of the Void. It isn't going to be permanent necessarily, the developers said. It could be something that just sticks around for 1 or 2 patches and then goes back to the way it was. So make your voice heard in the comments, make your voice heard on the forums for Legacy of the Void at Battle.net, and let people know what you think. Because right now I'm kind of undecided. I think I have to play a few games myself to see exactly what's going on, but here comes that queen. Looks like a fairly mirror match at this point. Both players are taking early expansions, although Railgan's taking his here, and Iscander's taking his back here. A little bit safer. I'm not sure what the difference is for Zerg. I mean, I guess it's nice to have all your units up here, but I guess you just defend this ramp anyway, depending, regardless of where your third base is. Perhaps he wants to mine this base out before he mines out this base, as it's safer to hold. In the long run, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. Where's this queen? Here it is. Let's watch the queen pop out. So queen pops out and inject. Wow. She was like born inject all at once. One fell smooth motion from that queen. Queen down here did the exact same thing. Some players have complained and said that sometimes they don't want their queens to eject immediately. Wow, where is this guy going? Oh, we're trying to hold the ramp. Are we going to get there is the question. Wow, using the queen at the top of the ramp. Very smart play. Railgun trying to be very annoying with these lings. Not quite able to do it, though. Kind of running around back and forth. This queen decides, you know what, I'm not needed. I'm going to head on back, waddling back off the creep. But again, some players like Fenner have actually complained. Sometimes they don't want a queen to pop out and eject immediately. What they would rather is use it for a creep tumor or something. So this queen, let's see, pop inject. Yeah, like if you wanted this queen to pull down a creep tumor, instead of do this, you can't. I think you can turn off auto cast though. Maybe it's an option somewhere. I don't know, but I saw something. I saw a thread somewhere that said you can disable it. So if you want your queens to be on manual inject, that's totally something you can do, which is nice. So do not despair, those of you who are complaining. I don't think the average player is going to complain too much, just because I think it's more of a pro level thing to actually have a problem with that. But roaches are coming out across the map. These lings are trying to swing back around for a counterattack, but no. Not going to happen. The roach is catching them off guard. Absolutely for sure. All of Railgun's lings are dead, I think. There's only that one running. Oh, I'll say running for its life, but then stopped and came back and died instead. So unfortunate for you, my friend. Right now, there's a huge roach ball heading across the map to Railgun's base. Iscander is also bringing a few lings just for some extra DPS. And what's the answer going to be from Railgun? Ravager. Ravager and a spine crawler back here and a few roaches, and that's it. I don't know, might not go well for Railgun at this point. Here we come, Corrosive Bile, totally whiffs on that Overlord shot. I think we're going to just try to hold the ramp. Oh, we're doing Drop Lords? We're doing Drop Lords! Alright, so Overlord's going to drop on in here. I don't know exactly why. Ah, we're going to send these back to try to take out this base. Very sneaky Drop Lord. And force Railgun to defend at 2 fronts at the same time. That got scouted, though. Absolutely got scouted. I'm not sure how exactly, but dropping here, getting surrounded by lings. I don't think there's enough lings to actually kill it, though. This second Drop Lord coming up into the main mineral line of Railgan. I'm pretty much undefended at this point. There we go. Railgan is responding with a few roaches of his own, trying to focus down something, but nope, just gets picked up again. All these roaches did get cleaned up back here at the third base, and this one is also at this point discouraged from trying to land here because Railgun is not interested in allowing that to happen. Alright, so pretty well defended there by Railgun. Third base now coming up for Iscander, a little bit behind Railgun's. It is 36 to 34 harvesters, though. Both players are playing this fairly standard. From what I've heard at this point in the meta, ZVZ is all about the Hydra Lurker meta. Lurkers are just super good against everything that Zerg players have, and so that's pretty much what people will get. Glial Reconstitution on the way. Are we still trying to drop? We're still trying to drop. I don't know if those roaches got more than 2 or 3 kills. We're going to be honest with ourselves. Spine Crawler popping up just to deal with that drop threat. So we'll play there Iscander pretty much saying, you know what, I'm going to force you to lose a drone to defend against the threat of my drop lord coming back. So pretty smart stuff. In a game where it's this close as it has been right now, pretty much every drone you can force your opponent to not have is going to be good for you in the long run. Railgun is actually down 42 to 44 harvesters. Just kidding, just tied it up. So never mind, like I said, a very close game, switching back and forth at a moment's notice. And there are Ravagers here, so Railgun actually going for Ravager instead of Lurker. And I don't actually see a Hydroden coming up for Iscander either, so who knows what's going on in the minds of these players. Second macro hatch coming on up. We're going to go up this ramp. We're going to try to do it. Roach on roach. Corrosive Bile comes down. Might have killed something. I don't know. Hard to tell. Pretty good angle here from Railgun along this left side. Reinforcing roaches coming down the ramp, getting teamed up on and killed immediately. Iscander does not have very much left here on the low ground, but reinforcing roaches are coming everywhere, but they're kind of coming in single file and getting picked off by larger groups of roaches. Good transfuse by that queen, actually getting the upper hand in that small engagement. But no, more and more roaches are respawning from Iscander. Might actually force Railgun to retreat here, and yes, it does. Railgun is retreating with these roaches. More reinforcements coming across the map, but I don't know if that's a fight that Railgun wants to pick right now. And no, it is not, and neither does Iscander. He recognizes there's a lot of roaches here. There's a Ravager. Let's just back on out. Let's not worry too much about what's going on. Is this our drop lord? I can't actually tell. Nope, this one. So that's a drop lord. This is also a drop lord because it has the slots for available units. Alright, so try to drop over here. I'm not sure how well it worked. If we look at the units lost tab, it has been 0 drones have been lost by either player. Nope, just kidding. Railgun has lost 4. So Railgun has lost 4 drones to this point, which I assume is this drop harassment. So I don't know, like the investment in that drop technology, the investment in the roaches, I'm not entirely sure how good that was really, but it was creative. I do give Iscander a lot of credit for the creativity level in doing that. I like seeing the drop lord play, especially in the early game where it feels like people don't expect it from Zerg. Can really catch them off guard. Excellent overlord positioning. Does recognize these roaches are coming across the map, and the responding roaches are quick though. Iscander immediately backs the heck on out of there. Doesn't want any part of a fight here. How are our upgrades from both these players? +1 missile attacks on the way from Railgun. Iscander, do you have any at all? Yes, +1 missile attacks already there. So that gives him a bit of an upgrade, a bit of an advantage against his Railgun Zergy foe. Corrosive Bile lands about 4 seconds after anybody was there. So I think they might need to change how long it takes for that to hit, because it shows the little icon and seriously like 3 seconds later it lands. The time required to respond to that is way too high. Anybody can do it at any level, I feel like. Unless maybe you're like silver or bronze level, you might have a super hard time doing that, but anybody above that's going to be just fine. Both players are not on 3 bases. 3 bases for Iscander and a 4th base coming up for Railgun just now popping. 57 to 57 harvesters, getting that gas immediately. So important to have that gas as a Zerg player. Moving across the map, Railgun is waiting on that +1 missile attack. And also, was that Carapace? There's the Hydroden, though. There we go. Both players. Hydroden for Railgun, Lurkerden morphing on in for Iscander. And we're going to try to make something happen. Oh, boy. Spine Crawler's trying to pop up at exactly the wrong time. They get melted by that acid. And immediately going to town on this 3rd base. Killing it would be huge for Railgun. Are we going to get it? Is the question. The extractor ends up dead. Yeah, that's it. This base is completely toast. Boom. But also a big attack here. Oh, I didn't miss this. It's a bit of a base race here from Iscander, regrouping his units, taking down roaches that are trying to defend the base for Railgun. But all the roaches for Railgun are in the main base. Who gets lurkers out first is the question. Oh, lurkers are morphing in for Iscander. That's going to be huge. All the way down here, though, they're not super useful. All right, either way, Roach is killing drones that are not running away, taking down the lair as well. And Iscander's kind of stuck on this ramp. Reinforcing Roaches are slowing him down mightily at this point. Do both players have that +1/+1? I think they do. Yes, they do have the +1 missile attack, not +1 armor, though. That was a misspeak on my part. Trying to catch all of these fleeing drones. Excellent stutter step micro. Here by Railgan gets all but... No, gets all of them. Wow. How many drones? 19 drones are left for Iscander. Railgan has 39. That's a huge, huge ability for him. And where did those spine crawlers... Oh, here they are. Iscander with the spine, or the lurkers sitting right here in excellent position. Taking down the Roach Warren. This base is completely dead as well. I don't know what answer Railgan has to lurkers at this point. Does he have any overseers? Is the question. He does not have a single overseer. I'm just kidding. He has 3. I need to read that a little bit more quickly, but yeah. He has 3 overseers, which is useful, but even if you can see them, yeah, lurkers just hit like trucks, man. Especially against armored, which is what roaches are. So, yep, look at that. Spines come in, kill it. It is 33 damage versus armored. Railgan as well, trying to kill stuff, taking care of this third base for Iscander, and it explodes in a gout of blood and a few broodlings that die immediately. Iscander does have a base over here. Railgan has this base over here, so we are not completely revealed yet. And actually, Railgan has this base as well, but the lurkers are heading over to take out this guy. Instead of worrying about this one, we're going to leave this one to the roaches, I think. These drones are running for their lives. They're not quite sure where to go. Railgan only has 8 left. Iscander has 16. The tables have turned on Railgan. Oh, lurker damage, burning through all of these drones. Iscander bringing his own drones to attack with. Might actually lose 1 or 2 here if you're not careful. There we go. Definitely careful. Drone evaporates. And what's coming up over here? Good find here by Railgan, finding this base by Iscander. What is left? Oh, okay. Replacing a hatchery here for Iscander. And boosh. This one explodes. So neither player has been revealed yet. They've done a good job building hatcheries when they needed to do so to avoid that happening. Hydralisk Den, killing this seems like it would be nice, but the creep retreat will actually kill this eventually anyway. I'm not sure if there are any queens on the field for anybody right now. And no, can't make new creep tumors. Can extend existing creep tumors, but I don't think... Okay, Iscander has a couple here. And I think that's it. Scouting out, Iscander is with the Overlords, trying to find where this hatchery is for Railgan. And it's down here. It's very hidden. But do you have an overseer with this army? You do. A couple overseers. All right. So, oh, corrosive bile right on top of that lurker. Just going to take a couple hits on it, slowly whittle them down. I think that's the plan for Railgan, is to use the Ravager to slowly whittle down this lurker. I'm not sure if that's going to work, though. Going to be entirely honest. Dancing back and forth seems like a good idea. Is this Overlord going to find this hatchery is the question. Here it goes. So darn close. So darn close. It's okay, I guess it's right here. Nope, right here. Oh, man, that was so close. Didn't find it. Railgan very smartly not putting his hatchery somewhere where it tends to be scouted out. So that's interesting. Are we actually sacrificing those roaches to kill that Ravager? We tried. I don't think it really paid off, but here we come. Roaches coming in right on top of everything here. They're taking huge damage from these lurkers. And actually, whoa, I think Iscander's going to hold there. Woo, just for a second. Railgan coming back in for the kill, pulling drones to save as well. Finally getting that last, nope, not the last lurker. The last lurker is back here. Nothing is being produced right now. We are down to the units tab. A lot of close games on my channel so far lately in the last couple weeks, and that's it. Railgan calls the GG, is defeated, and Iscander is victorious. So, woo, pretty intense little game there. Thank you for sending that in, Railgan. I, again, always appreciate that you send me both wins and losses. He actually commentated a game with me a couple weeks ago now, maybe a month or so ago. It's been a while, but it was really good to see his insight into the game. And it would be fun to see what his thoughts are on this as well. So, regardless, this has been FalconPaladin with yet another daily Blizzard upload. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you heard and what you saw today. You can also catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.